This is going to be your complete guide to the powerlifting commands when it comes to the squat from me, someone who's been reffing in the sport of powerlifting since 2013. When it comes to the squat, we have two commands. Those two commands are going to be the squat command and the rack command. The squat command is going to occur at the beginning of the lift, and the rack command is going to occur at the end of the lift. So what do we have to do in order to receive that squat command and be able to start the lift? So in a powerlifting competition, what they're going to do is they're going to say the bar is loaded for you, and at that point you're going to go on the platform and set up for the squat. So you're going to go on your time. You have 60 seconds to go under the bar, set the bar on your back, unrack it, walk it out, and get into your starting position. In order to have a proper starting position, you have to have the bar across your back, you have to have your fingers gripping the bar, and you have to have your knees locked out and standing upright. From there, you're going to have a referee in front of you and a referee to each side, and they're all going to have their hands up. If 2 out of the 3 referees or 3 out of the 3 referees think you're in that proper starting position, they'll put their hand down, and then the head referee will tell you squat, and they'll bring their hand down or their hand towards you as well when they're giving you the verbal command of squat. If 2 of the 3 referees or 3 out of the 3 referees don't think you're in the proper starting position, they'll keep your hand up, and then the head referee won't give you that squat command. After a certain amount of time, if you're not adjusting and getting into a proper starting position, they may tell you to replace the bar and bring their hand back. At that point, you bring the bar back into the rack with the spotters. The referees will then tell you what the issue is. They may say, hey, your knees are not locked out, or hey, you're too leaned over, or hey, you're not gripping the bar with your fingers. So at that point, then you still have your 60-second clock going, and you'll have to go through your setup again, unrack the weight, walk it out, get that adjusted position to be in that proper position in order to receive the squat command. Once you receive that squat command, then at that point, you can't move your feet or anything like that. What you want to do is then take your breath, brace, and do your actual squat. Once you do your squat, you come back up. You want to get back to that locked out position. So the knees need to be locked out again, and you need to be standing upright again. And then that's when you'll receive a rack command from the head referee with their hand going back. At that point, then you want to walk the bar back into the rack, and the spotters will typically help you with walking the bar back into the rack as well. As a note, you definitely don't want to let go or drop the bar at this point, as that's going to be a no lift and you may be disqualified from the competition as well. So when the head referee says rack, even though the lift is over, you still have to kind of complete the movement by putting the weight back into the rack in order to then receive the white lights. So oftentimes why a lifter may miss those commands is that they may not be paying attention. So you want to make sure you're waiting and not just starting the lift. You want to wait for that head referee to give you that squat command and put their hand down, or you're not in the proper starting position. So again, you want to make sure those knees are fully locked out and make sure you're standing upright and not having the torso tipped over. So make sure you're paying attention and you're ready to go. When they say bar is loaded for you, you go out to the platform, you have 60 seconds to get in a bar, get set up in that proper starting position, wait for that head referee to give you the squat command, then you can go and do your squat, come back to that locked out position at the top, wait for that head referee to give you that rack command, and then bring the bar back into the rack. At this point, you've followed the commands when it comes to the squat for a powerlifting competition, and you'll receive white lights as long as you followed all the other rules of performance when it comes to the squat. And you may be asking now, hey Aaron, well, what about the commands when it comes to bench press and deadlift? Are they the same as the squat, or are they different? Well, you're gonna wanna subscribe to the channel and wait for me to put those videos out next.